Alright Zerg friends, this is Fenner from Frenetica and I've got a bit of a special episode for you guys today. This is a replay cast, however a fan sent me an email with this and it's going to be a bit different, so I'm just going to read the email off, well some of the email because some of it probably isn't best to say at the start of this game, but it's from, well I'll say his in-game name, which is MuphynMan. And he says, "Hi Fenner, big fan of your channel even through the periods of sparse video posting but check every day. I'm in Diamond League and recently have been doing Lord of the Lings almost exclusively in every matchup with the addition of Spores and Spines. Rarely ever get Spines since Lings are usually better, Spores usually only for Phoenix and Mutas. Thank you so much. If you decide to watch or cast it, I'll be waiting for the next episode regardless. Forever Zerg, AJ." So there was a bit in the middle that I missed out there, but it was said something about this and I don't want to put any spoilers in. So yeah, we got a Lord of the Lings episode by one of the fans here, so I thought I'd give it a go casting. Why not? It's the first time anyone's ever sent me one. And obviously diamond level, definitely going to be interesting to check it out. Anyway, let's go ahead and introduce these guys. In the top left of the map, it is MuphynMan, the guy who sent me the replay. And down in the bottom of the map, nice stars from Carbot, it is Shockerkey. And we got a pretty offensive openers from both of these players. I think these both went pool, gas, hatch. Yes. So they're both looking for a super fast speed here. And generally when you see this, it's a Jerry build, which for Lord of the Lings is a great opener. You can be able to get a lot of Lings out really quickly, but for this guy not doing Lord of the Lings, he's actually going to run into... Actually, they're both going to end up... I think they're both going to go for a big Ling pressure at the start of this game. That's generally what you do with this opener every single time. They are building drones now, though, however. So that makes me think maybe not. And the thing about this map is you can scout with the Overlord every time, so both of these players would have seen the gas and know exactly when the speed timings come. We've got a Baneling Nest coming up for Shockerkey, which means obviously less unlikely that he's going to be going for a big Ling pressure, but Ling Bane pressure is now on the cards for him. And MuphynMan, he actually said in the email that some people called him MuphynMan. I can see why, I just nearly called him MuphynMan there, but he is called MuphynMan, with just spelled really strangely. So we will see if Shockerkey decides to go for some Ling Bane aggression. If he does, then MuphynMan is going to have a bit of trouble on his hands, because holding Ling Bane with pure Lings can get a bit tough sometimes, as we've seen in the past. Evo Chamber's on the way though. Obviously you want to get that fast upgrade if you want to play pure Lings. The +1 armor will help out a lot against Ling Bane. Fast burrow from Shockerkey. Now this is really strange because he's gone Baneling Nest, which would indicate that he wants to go for Baneling Landmines, which is really strange that I've never seen that before. And he's gonna have to get them in like really lucky spots if he actually wants to catch MuphynMan off guard with them. But there's the +1 armor from MuphynMan. A couple of Lings on the way as well. No Spine Crawler yet, so quite greedy from MuphynMan here. As we have got a Spine Crawler on the way for Shockerkey here. And a couple of Lings as well. These probably just defensive. 6 Lings. Going to allow to get a couple of Banelings out if some aggression does come. And he's scouting the main of MuphynMan as well. So we'll be able to see everything that's going on. Generally, if people are going to be aggressive, they don't scout into the main. Oh, gets a drone kill. Nice. But yeah, generally if they want to be aggressive, they'll keep the 2 Lings here or somewhere around there and just build 2 Banes and then try and do some damage. But as it is, just... oh, lots of Lings coming out for MuphynMan here. 10 more Lings on the way. It looks like he wants to... I'd say he wants to hit timing with +1 armor. He's getting close to saturation now. He's just going to stay on 1 gas for the whole time, I assume. But there's a drone around here as well. Looks like it's going to go for a 3rd base. Just looks like he wants a lot of Lings. He's floating quite a lot now as well, so wants to be looking to get that up real soon, so that he can spend those resources. He could take this anytime he wants. He's just obviously not looking at it at the minute. But we have got another gas coming up. I think 2 gas, if you want to have constant upgrades, is the perfect amount of gas for pure upgrade. Oh, this Baneling Landmine. What a play! Oh, that's beautiful! It's the first time I've ever seen that in a ZvZ, man. That is amazing. But yeah, that's going to be really annoying against mass Ling styles. We've got 2 more banelings here for Shockerkey as well. Looking to take down that other baneling there, but didn't manage to do it. And now we've got a bunch more Lings on the way for MuphynMan. I like this guy a lot. He is definitely living up to the name of Lord of the Lings. Let's tell he's taking this 3rd yet. There we go. I think he's forgot about this drone. He's sent another one down. Oh, there we go. But now it's going to get blocked by... Oh my god. These drones, man. Wow. But he has got the +1 armor out now, so the banelings are not going to be as good for Shockerkey. But Mutalisks are on the way for Shockerkey now. Now, he said he does use spores, so he's not staying true to the full rules of Lord of the Lings, but that's okay. Using Lings on the ground is really nice as well. And he's going to be able to... these landmines, man. You do not see this in ZvZ ever at a high level. So it's really crazy to see them. Now MuphynMan's going to have a Ling at the 3rd base as well to deny that. But it looks like Shockerkey just going to wait to get the mutas out before he decides to do any aggression or decides to take a 3rd. And a lot of upgrades coming out from MuphynMan right now. He's going to have like 2-2 before any ground upgrades have started for Shockerkey over here. But you got to remember, he's going for Mutalisk here, and Mutalisk can be able to deny the 3rd really well, unless MuphynMan can get a lot of spores up in time. Lings coming out, taking down a couple of Lings of Shockerkey, and it looks like Shockerkey wants to try and deny this, but MuphynMan's Lings are just going to come straight back and take easy care of those Lings. Is he going to try and go into the main with those? That's a bad idea if he decides to do that, because MuphynMan's Zerglings are obviously a lot stronger right now with that +1 armor. And he's just donating quite a lot of Lings here. But he has got 8 Mutalisks on the way now. This is going to be the big thing. Big sack from MuphynMan. Not even bothering to go for an Overseer. They're just sacking in with the Overlord. And he'll be able to see that Spire straight away, which should prompt him to start throwing down Spore Crawlers if he's going to use them. A bunch of Overlords. Well, just one Overlord actually out on the map for MuphynMan. The next one is over here, which is pretty far away. A lot of Zerglings out for MuphynMan. He needs to think, whoa, 8 Spore Crawlers. That's a lot of Spore Crawlers, man. And even more coming on the way as well. Wow, 12 Spore Crawlers. That's one way to deal with Mutalisks if you're just going to mass Zergling. But now he's got to deal with the banelings. I wonder if Shockerkey, how long it's going to take him to realize that MuphynMan is actually just playing pure Ling. And he probably wants to invest in like speed veins or something like that. But MuphynMan gonna move around the top here with his pure Ling. Needs to watch out for those 2 banelings there. He's moving a bit close, but remember he's got the armor here, so they won't take as much damage. But there were some big hits there. A couple of burrowed one actually that I didn't see. And I think he could have denied the 3rd there, but now the Mutalisks are back, so they're gonna be able to take down a lot of the Zerglings. And most of his bases are pretty safe right now. He's got spores all over the place, and spores are damn good against Mutalisks. The thing is, the Mut account is just going to be able to keep growing forever and ever and ever, because he's only building Zerglings, so the Mutalisks are never going to die unless they jump onto the Spore Crawlers. He finds these Lings once again, but it looks like MuphynMan wants to get a bit deep there, trying to look for some Zergling kills, but he does get pushed back. And a couple of drones on the 3rd base now as well. Let's have a look at the drone counts real quick. 39 for MuphynMan, so he's on a really low drone count there. And 48 for Shockerkey. Probably wants to think about getting this gas real soon so he can get a couple more Mutalisks out onto the field. Always a nice way to go. He's picking up these rocks at the back here so we can take this base. It's like the safest base ever. This is one of the easiest maps to defend for bases if you can take this one at the back. But a bunch of Lings moving in for MuphynMan here. There's no Bane. Oh, a couple of Banelings down there for Shockerkey. But remember, he's got +2 armor at this point. The Banelings are not going to be doing that much damage to the Zerglings. He does split them off and take them down there. Nice control by MuphynMan. One more Baneling does remain, and it looks like MuphynMan's going to go into the main base right now, looking for the kills on the drone line. Yeah, he's going straight into the natural mineral line, into the main mineral line as well. This is going to be a lot of damage from MuphynMan, looking to take down loads of drones. The Mutalisks are coming back at the same time, but this drone line is getting decimated at the natural for Shockerkey in the main base as well. Well, not too many going down in the main base, as everything did go to the main base, but quite a few did go down in the natural, about 5 drones there. But that was a pretty big investment for MuphynMan right there. Oh, he has got the macro hatch now, I was going to say. He definitely wants a macro hatch, but he has got to add the natural there. And even more Lings coming out from MuphynMan. He's just going to keep rallying these across the map. He's going for the third base mineral line right now. Going for the queen, going for the drones and the gas as well. Limit that gas production. That means less mutas for Shockerkey. And he pulls back nicely in time as well. So Mutalisk not going to be able to get too many kills on those Lings. But we've got a count of 24 Mutalisk right now. It's going to be really interesting to see how he actually wins this game. If he does win it against all these Mutalisk going for that third base right now, they're going to get taken down quite easily. It's not looking good for MuphynMan at all. The massive lead for Shockerkey has got so many Mutalisks. The only thing that MuphynMan's got going for him right now is he does have the stronger ground upgrades, but he doesn't really have any way of finishing the game. And Shockerkey is realizing now that it's a ground-based composition and building a couple more Balings with each attack as well. But every time MuphynMan attacks, he's just losing a bunch of Zerglings to Mutalisk, and he's not doing much damage at all. He killed 5 drones previously, but 5 drones in this kind of situation isn't too much. He's going to the mineral line now, but they should all die to Zerglings and Mutalisks. A bunch more Lings coming across this side to the third base as well, but there's a bunch of Banelings here. He needs to be careful. Is he watching them? I don't think he's watching those Zerglings, but the armor does do him pretty well there. But still, they're going to get taken down by all these Zerglings. MuphynMan is struggling right now. He's building so many Zerglings. He's got 1,500 minerals in the bank. And we still have a couple of Lings in the main, which aren't really doing too much damage, but more Lings coming into the third base. There's nothing left here. Can he take this down? This is what he needs right now. Queen going down. He's looking to... Oh, he's leaving it. Scared of those Banelings popping out. He didn't see exactly the time when they morphed, and now he's going to control these Lings. Perfect control by MuphynMan there, but there's so many Mutalisk left over here. They're going to be able to take down the Zerglings. MuphynMan moving across with all of these Lings, looking to get into the main base to do more damage over there. Pull the Mutalisk out of position at the same time so he can possibly go into that third base. A bunch going into the natural as well, looking for more drone kills. This is a crazy style, but it's not working out too well for him right now. It's 100 supply against 150 now. Look at the Muta count. It's up at 37. 37 Mutalisk that he can't actually attack. Here's an attack into the third base, which will most likely destroy the hatchery. Yeah, this is definitely going to go down. So he does manage to do that. More drones on the way as well. Bunch of spore crawlers here. But the problem is, there's so many Mutalisks. I think he can actually dive on these spores with this amount. The question is he... Oh, he's moving across the map now. Shockerkey has realized that his Mutalisk count is absolutely absurd right now, and there's only Zerglings out on the field for MuphynMan, and he's doing a lot of damage to these. MuphynMan is just going to have to counterattack with these Zerglings. They can't attack the Mutalisk, so they're pretty useless back at home. So the counterattack is going across the map for MuphynMan. The Mutalisk are diving on all of these spores. That's a lot of spore crawlers, but the Mutalisk are taking them down pretty fast, but he's losing a lot of Mutalisk in the process. That was 4 or 5 mutas that went down there, but with the amount that he has, it's not that painful. Bunch of Lings on the other side of the map. There are a bunch of spine crawlers here as well. They're going to take care of the Lings. Even more Lings are rallying across the map. And now he's at 70 supply to 150. I'm not sure how he's going to get back into this game. It's looking really painful right now. He has got a hive on the way for that 3-3 and adrenal glands as well. Attacking into this base now, but once again the Mutalisk just getting a lot of kills on these Zerglings, and it feels like the Zergling production has really slowed down. There's less and less Zerglings coming across the map all the time. Maybe the injects have been slacking. Only 1k minerals left in the bank for Zerglings. A couple in the main, going to be able to work on this spire, but even if it gets taken down, Shockerkey doesn't really need any more Mutalisk at this point. Let's have a look at the Muta count again. He's on 38, so it's unlikely that he needs any more. He's going to move into this third base now, looking for the denial on that once again, but the Mutalisks are going to be in position. Remember that these Lings kill things pretty quickly with these upgrades. Once you've got the attack upgrades, buildings do go down fairly quickly, and now the hive is finished as well, so MuphynMan is going to be looking for those 3-3 upgrades and the adrenal glands, which will be able to help him out a lot with taking down buildings. He's moving into the main base now, looking for that spire kill. I think it will go down this time. Yeah, definitely will go down. One transfuse, not going to be enough. The spire goes down, but does that help him? Less Mutalisks. Another spire is coming up. But the fact is, he's still got 40 odd Mutalisks against the Zergling composition. So the only way I see MuphynMan making a comeback in this game is if Shockerkey does actually dive onto the spores. But, oh, there is a lot of spores actually. That's a hell of a lot of spores. Zergling's going across the map now. We've got 3-3 on the way as well, along with the adrenal glands. A lot of spines coming up. Shockerkey not taking too many risks. He keeps moving his Mutalisk back instead of just going across the map to attack. And that's the best thing he can do. He doesn't want to dive into the spores at any point during this game. And MuphynMan is losing Zergling after Zergling after Zergling. Let's have a look at it. He's lost 450 Zerglings in this game. And there are a couple of Banelings there, but they're not going to do too much because of the armor upgrades that MuphynMan has right now. The Mutalists are looking for kills on the other side of the map, but doesn't want to go too deep onto those spore crawlers. And just Lings after Lings after Lings after Lings for MuphynMan. He just doesn't stop. And now it's 73 supply against 176, just slowly climbing for Shockerkey. The Mutalisk count rising once again. Is up at 44 Mutalisks. And he even has more Zerglings than MuphynMan right now. So I think MuphynMan is going to struggle a lot to get something done in this game. Keeps going for this third base, but Shockerkey is here ready to defend it. MuphynMan just trying to run around, trying to get a better position. And a lot of spore crawlers gonna go up at this base as well. 5 spore crawlers on there to try and defend it. How is he gonna win this game though? Too many spines there for him to deal with. Mutalisk is getting even bigger. It's at 47 right now. 53. Gonna be going up to 55 after the next one pops. This hatchery probably gonna get taken down. It's gonna be pretty close. He gets taken down by the Zerglings there, but remember he's got this hatchery here as well, so even though he loses that, it's not too painful. And now the Mutalisk count, the 55 Mutalisk flock, is gonna fly across the map. And it should be able to dive onto these 5 spores. You got to remember though, that's 3 mutas, 4 mutas, 5 mutas, 6 mutas, 7 Mutalisks that went down to take down that hatch. I mean, it's not that painful at this point because he just rebuilds 8. But it's annoying at the end of the day. And like that's the way that MuphynMan gets back into the game here. But now we've got Lings and Banes taking care of the Zerglings for MuphynMan. And this is looking a bit hopeless for MuphynMan right now. He's got 18 Zerglings on the map against 55 Mutalisks. And the Mutalisks move. Oh, diving onto a lot of spores right here. This is a lot of spores. And he's going deep on it. He's going to lose a lot of Mutalisks engaging into this. He's still going further in. The spores are doing so much damage. Could this be the mistake the Shockerkey makes? Never go too deep on spores. And that is a lot of dead Mutalisks. He's down to 30. He lost 25 odd Mutalisks diving onto those spores. And that could be something that is going to work out for MuphynMan. He's still got a long way to go, but if Shockerkey does that again, there's a possibility that the disciple of the Lings here does actually... Oh, so many Banelings there, and the Mutalisk doing loads of damage as well. A bunch more Zerglings go down for MuphynMan. No, I'm not a fan of seeing Zerglings die like this. How long does it take? Oh man, I didn't know MuphynMan was BM. God damn it, MuphynMan. Alright, so Pureling moving across the map for MuphynMan. Bunch of mutas out here as well for Shockerkey. But yeah, he's just gonna move back and defend, and you can't blame him for doing this because it's the way he has to play. Like if these Lings get in like this, they do so much damage. So it's really risky for him to move out onto the map. And now this base is gonna get... Look how quickly they kill hatcheries with the adrenal glands upgrade. It's absolutely insane. Took down all the drones over here as well. And a bunch of Lings over here. Shockerkey gonna move across the map with all of these Mutalisks. Ling's just gonna run by though. And he comes back to kill them once again. Doesn't want to take any risks. All these Lings gonna get taken down for MuphynMan. Moving down here to this base. The rocks are still up, so he's not gonna be able to go through there. He's gonna have to fight all the way back here. Still, well, he must be running out of mining now. It's got no mining in the main, no mining in the natural. Still a bit left at the third. And we have got some of the fourth as well, but no spore crawlers over there, so when Shockerkey decides to move across the map, then that base is going to go down instantly. 34 more Zerglings on the way. These Lings for MuphynMan should win this fight easily. With all those upgrades, there's no way Lings for Shockerkey are actually ever going to win an engagement, since these are 3/3 Zerglings. Mining from this bottom base right now, the bottom left. MuphynMan. Well, the Mutalists are moving across now. Just a small pack. It looks like he's splitting up the Mutas, I think. Is he? Yeah, he is. He's got 2 control groups here. And now the Mutalists are going to be diving into these Spore Claws. There's a lot of transfuse on these Queens. And all these Mutas, these are going to take a lot of pain from these Spore Claws. That's a big mistake from Shockerkey. And a lot of those Mutas do go down. And now MuphynMan, they're going to move into the back of this base, trying to do some damage. And the supplies are getting closer and closer. 113 supply for Shockerkey, 76 for MuphynMan. There's not too much mining left for Shockerkey. I mean, you can put everything on this base back here, but Shockerkey obviously doesn't want to take a risky engagement anymore. Mining is now up for MuphynMan over at this 4th base. How many Mutalists are out? 34 Mutas for Shockerkey. Remember, that was up at about 60 Mutas earlier, so it's definitely dwindling with all these dives on the spores. And MuphynMan, what? What? Counterattack. So this is a really strong way to play in a ZVZ. Even just 2 roaches on a counterattack can force so much from your opponent. Not that they're going to do a lot of damage. That's not the key part of a counterattack. The main thing that you're getting from a counterattack is